very good. Yeah. But if it's just the beginning stage, it's not going to be optimal because you don't have time to recheck and check it again, and it's not going to be guided by our expertise. I think, hope it explains your questions. Thank you. Yes.
This question is about the not all the partner universities, which are competing or participating in this matters. As the right for the body, the constant has gone through ability and the last report of flood and earthquake and like that. So under the present situation, what talk about the green matrix or the parameters we can achieve and all the partner universities can, when they are facing or surviving their life. We have lost the houses, we have lost the property, we have lost the crop, we have lost everything in the major cities of Pakistan. So when we take the summit is there, is there a strategy we have in mind to normalize our data or there are some changes in the methodologies to rate Pakistan universities with design universities with our universities. Because it's the best and process something.
Yeah. Okay. We have received this kind of inputs in which my answer is that you should write it in your narrative, narrative as much as possible, so the reviewers will gain an insight of your context, of your situations, and they will consider it. And in the future, perhaps, I'm thinking not just announcing the total score, but also each indicators. So other universities who are strong in terms of total scores, they can showcase their strengths and share their knowledge, especially who is strong in only one or two or three indicators, rather than strong in all 6 indicators. So we consider and adding the winners in terms of announcements, not just on the total scores, but also strength of each indicators. And perhaps in the future, we will consider that whether we will have a ranking on the developing countries, like PhD has, or in terms of region, Asia region, and then North America region. We will still consider doing that. Okay, thank you so much for being here. Okay, any questions, please?
So, I have a question, please.
Yes.
First of all, I appreciate you have explained the GreenMetric ranking very well. So, in your presentation, you showed 18% weightage for the education as well as the research. The indicators of research is very clear, but the education indicators, can you explain what are the education indicators? Because in Pakistan, we have it teaching and research. These two go side by side rather than the education and research.
Okay. So education and research. The thing is, our dilemma is we want to invite as many participants as possible from every country, from every region. So we want to make sure that the indicators not too specific, only applies to certain countries or certain regions, but also not too generic. So that's why, for example, like in terms of education research, we have like a university's run sustainability website. That's why the practical thing to do. It makes sense, right? Every university to show their commitment towards sustainability policy should have their own microsite highlighting their sustainability policies. And then number of university sustainability programs with international collaborations, I think this is quite generic as well. So whether it's research, whether it's education, you can put in that. Number of community services related to sustainable organized is also quite reasonable. Yeah? Of course, our lecturers, our experts in the university doing the community services. So I'm sure that can be accommodated in that. So we were trying to do this indicator is not as balancing, not too contextual in certain regions, but also not too general. But of course, if you have any input more detail, then you can email us and we will consider it. Okay, thank you. To answer the question.
Okay, thank you very much. Dr. Vishnu, he has furnished us about how any organization or other university can implement this system and make its own most competitive and most sustainable in the region. Thank you very much, Dr. Vishnu, for your kind visit over here in Pakistan and also your information which has been given to us regarding this most important.
Thank you so much. I'm looking forward for your institution to participate in GreenMetric World University Ranking 2025. The deadline of submission is 31st October. Looking forward for your submission later. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much to our distinguished speaker, moderator and facilitator. We now move on to the second technical session focusing on managing setting and infrastructure, energy and climate change and waste in sustainable universities. Our presentation will be by Professor Dr. Islamullah Khan, Dean Sciences, Greenwich University, Singapore, from SDGs to UI GreenMetric, leveraging AI-driven sustainability initiatives for university campuses. First of all, I would like to call on stage Professor Dr. Islamullah Khan. This session will be moderated by Dr. Wahid Ahmed Chatta and facilitated by Dr. Muhammad Rashid. Please come on stage.
Former Vice Chancellor, University of Tesla and the senior most dean at GreenMetric University. Dr. Mohammed Barsa, Chief Organizer of this workshop. Honorable Directors of Quality Assurance Cell of universities across Pakistan, heads of academic and administrative departments, GreenMetric University, Sialkot, faculty members, Minister of Organizing and Administrative Department, and good afternoon to all of you. Today, in this presentation, we will be discussing three key aspects related to sustainability in the context of higher education institutions. Specifically, first, we will touch upon the Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, their history, and how they are being implemented in Pakistani universities. Next, I shall have the opportunity to talk about UI GreenMetric initiatives of University of Indonesia, and then finally we will explore the potential for Pakistani universities to adopt sustainable technologies and innovative solutions, particularly using artificial intelligence, and definitely we will draw examples from top-ranked universities worldwide. Okay, now first come to the origin of SDGs. As lot has been already said by a number of our resource persons today, but still we will have just more empirical data which explains the origin of the SDGs. Originally they were adopted by the United Nations General Assembly in 2015, and in fact they were adopted after 3 years of deliberations among 193 United Nations member states. In fact, as a friend of mine, Dr. Ashraf, told in the morning, that they were built on the Millennium Development Goals, which were adopted in 2000, and in fact, they expired in 2015. And MDGs, in fact, they were focused on the basic needs. For example, eradication of poverty, reducing child mortality, improving health, education, and environmental sustainability. But they have a limited scope because they were only meant for the developing countries. Then we also, we can say that they have a linear approach because they separate goals from distinct targets. Next week. Whereas SDGs, which we are talking today about, they have the broadest scope, universal goals applying to all countries, whether rich or poor. Then SDGs have an integrated approach. They interconnect various parameters of their framework, whether they are economic, social, or environmental. Then they particularly focus on the sustainable development. And you see here that they focus on equality and human rights. They have inclusive and participatory approach. Provide similarly private sector and government in the development and the implementation of the SDGs plans of the United Nations. Next. So if we summarize, there are key differences between the SDGs and the Millennium Development Goals. In fact, SDGs shift from donor-recipient relationship to collaborative partnerships. Similarly, they in fact aim to transform economies, societies, and environments. And finally, SDGs recognize interconnectedness of goals and targets. Next slide. So just although I know you are well aware of the framework of SDGs, but I think to make their connection with the initiatives of our host today, we must have a look on the framework. So these are 70 pillars of these frameworks. Number one is the no poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, and then we have gender equality. Have a summary that SDGs, they focus on 5 P's. And you see the people, and you have seen in the framework the focus to ensure human well-being, dignity, sustainable development. Another P is the prosperity, foster economic growth, social progress, and environmental sustainability. A very important focus, particularly we should focus on it as a Pakistan, the peace. And justice and effective institutions. Then finally, we brought here for you the partnerships. Strengthen global partnerships, mobilize resources, and share knowledge to achieve SDGs. Next slide. Now, I think it's better that we review what we have done and who have done for us in Pakistan. So this, we will talk in the next two slides about the Pakistani perspective. So, we are signatory to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, and definitely we are supposed to follow if we really want our development and build up a strong society. Unfortunately, Pakistan ranked 137 out of 166 nations in the United Nations Sustainable Development Report 2024, indicating that Pakistan is off track in achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. Although there are some improvements in some areas, but as a friend of mine raised a question as well, 8 out of 17 SDGs shows stagnation. And 3 are regressing and highlighting the need for bold action to rescue the SDGs in Pakistan. We are using the word rescue now. And the factor which you raised, and in fact they have to be considered, whether it's the SDG or they are the other initiatives, GreenMetric initiatives. And unfortunately, execution of such SDGs requires a lot of financial support. Unfortunately, just we have from the UND support, and I have that this entire just we have $3.7 million, 8 out of 7 to meet the expenditure execution of $7 million, 8 out of 7, and I have invested that to meet a number of times, and they were in fact telling that from 2015 up to 2030 to execute the agenda of United Nations, we require at least $3,000. Next slide. I think it would be very unfair if we do not appreciate Professor Ahsan Iqbal at this occasion, that in spite of lot of hurdles and other issues, Planning Commission has contributed a lot in the execution or implementation or adoption of this agenda. In fact, the Commission is working to embed SDGs in national and sub-national policies, development plans, and budgeting process. Similarly, the Planning Commission, along with the financing framework in order to overcome the financial constraints and ensure adequate resources for SDGs implementation. Next slide. We have made some achievements. Although here we criticize to some extent in the beginning of my talk. As far as the quality education is concerned, Pakistan has taken this goal very seriously, and government has launched various initiatives for access to the education, especially there's a focus on the girls' education. However, although they have a lot of focus, but still the figures have to face certain challenges like population explosion in our country and many upward situations which are rising in Pakistan, whether they are the conflicts or these natural disasters like floods. So similarly, in another area where Pakistan has focused a lot is the renewable energy. So we have shown a moderate improvement in SDG 7, which deals with affordable and clean energy, with the aims to improve the energy mix with a larger share of renewable energy source. We now know that more than half source of power in our country is from renewable sources. And the time has gone when we were only looking from hydropower. So Pakistan has also made some progress in implementation of the agenda of the health and the well-being. And definitely in Pakistan, there is clear from the data that there is a maternal and child mortality rates are reducing. Next slide, please. I think you will be very interested in this slide. And these are two hurdles. You know, as we thought that we have economic constraints, we have economic instability, high inflation we have, and consistent unemployment, which really hinders progress towards achieving the sustainable development. We are living in Sialkot, and if you pass along the Dasta road, you will find this situation. In the morning, people are sitting outside that gate and looking for the opportunity. So, definitely, another factor, important factor is institutional weakness. We have prevailing weak governance in our country, bureaucratic inefficiencies. I think you can recognize this picture if you are vice chancellor or if you have some opportunity to head any institution. You might be aware that all my brothers from the university, I have experience of that. So, and then definitely you can understand this picture as well, that sometimes you might move on between the line and the public, okay, and they come Next slide. So now we will now switch to our education sector, and let's see that what more academia can provide in achieving the sustainable development goals. Here, universities promote sustainability through curriculum, research, and awareness. So, this has been already pointed out by a number of speakers, the role of university in the promotion of sustainability. Similarly, impactful research on climate change, renewable energy, water conservation, healthcare, and technology. These projects are being taken by our university. Then, very important, and my last part of my presentation you will see is that all universities collaborate with the local communities for sustainable solutions. And partnerships with industries and government can also substantially accelerate the SDGs. So we will also talk in detail about it. Next. So, my dear colleagues from quality assurance cells or departments of universities across Pakistan, I know that people are sitting here who came from Sindh and Pakistan and KPK as well. I warmly welcome all of you. And this slide I have specially prepared, and I will spend some time for you. Okay. So these are few initiatives which encourage sustainability programs on your campus. And we will talk in detail about them. And one by one, I think, because this is a workshop, and we will move a little slowly and focusing on each of these blocks. So, first, let's talk about the e-waste recycling drive. And two people are well aware that e-waste is electronic waste, such as old computers, phones, batteries, and other electronic devices. Unfortunately, we never care for their proper disposal. We don't have, many of us don't have a concept of that how to handle the e-waste. We know that e-waste contains a lot of lead. E-waste contains a lot of mercury. E-waste contains a lot of cadmium, right? And we are not aware of this. And so there are specially designed e-waste recycling units within the universities, and please provide proper training to your faculty and students to your store in charge, right? When you go there, then how to handle the e-waste. Next, I come. No, not that. Please go to the previous slide. Previous slide, please. And then we go to the other, you can talk in look yourself. We have to install special recycling stations, hosting sustainability fairs with players involved in the community. You can make the community gardens, initiate a composting project, and thinking about long-term goals of the university, sustainability programs, joint sustainability summits, and I'm very grateful that all of you are very eager to join. You are here all from all over Pakistan to just focus on the donation program. Many old electronics, many old curtains from the university, many tables and chairs they could be donated to needy people. So this in fact all will encourage sustainability programs on your campus. Next please. Now here are the GreenMetric solutions, GreenMetric initiatives, and I think Dr. Lucy has already talked in detail about them, that they are based on the SDG code 7 and 12. And in Pakistan, more than 80 universities last time applied for these initiatives, and of course they were listed somewhere in the GreenMetric rank. So I believe personally I have seen that the GreenMetric ranking is a opportunity for the new universities more than compared to the old universities. Because in the other world-class rankings they need 4 years or 5 years to wait for that. But here even the universities are 1 year old, they can have ranking and they can have a respect. And particularly they can learn from the experience of old universities. Some of them are like so here is the framework. I think we have already talked about that. Next. Now we will talk about how to take advantage of AI from campus advertising. So you can see here, you can optimize the energy consumption and reduce waste, improve transportation system, enhance sustainability monitoring and reporting, more data-driven decision making, automating sustainability related tasks, identify areas of improvement, develop predictive models for sustainability outcomes, enable real-time monitoring and feedback, communicate levels and monitoring, drive innovation in sustainability practice. This we have daily follow. So here I have drawn a special framework for you. This is a conceptual framework. Although I am a professor of chemistry, but I have taken guidance from one professor of economics. So it's a special framework, and here are the variables which we will focus. They are the AI initiatives, energy management, waste transport, and this is also another focus on this another independent variable, that is the technological readiness, infrastructure, digital literacy. You know that if you want to take AI initiatives to address the issue of sustainability, along with this you have to consider your technical readiness. So both of them are independent variables. And of course, these are the modeling variables. For example, university policy is type and display indicator. So we have a deviating variables as well, right? And they are here operational efficiency, for example, cost saving, resource optimization, and similarly we have a deviating variable innovation and adoption, new practices. So obviously they are all interconnected, directly or indirectly they are interacting together, they are interacting into AI integrated and technical variables. The outcome, the dependent variable will be here we have taken the UI GreenMetric indicator. So they are setting as infrastructure, energy and climate, waste management, water conservation, transportation and education and research. So would you please make the evaluation? I will try. Okay. Go. Next. So here we have given an eco-friendly solution using various software. Here it is you can use building management system, energy management software, predictive analytics. You can use similarly AI can optimize routes and traffic flows to reduce the congestion and emissions. So we have mentioned various software that that's right. So here we can use other software for smart water management like AMI, data driven decision making. We can use various technologies like data analytics platform, sustainability reporting software, business intelligence tools, and for smart buildings and infrastructure, you can use IDEA, the technology building information modeling, energy simulation software, and urban planning. Next. So similarly for sustainable procurement and supply chain management, you can use the AI can use the technologies you can have access by innovation, education, and community engagement. We can also use certain technologies. Next. So this is the AI-driven sustainability process. So in a short time, I think I won't be able to explain it. But what we look over here is here are the two core driving forces which can be used by taking AI indicators. Here all are mentioned: robotics and smart contracts, predictive analytics, machine learning, and optimizing software, data management system, IoT, and number of others. So obviously here are the outcomes and AI-powered sustainability initiatives which we have seen. All of them are interconnected as mentioned here. Next. So here are the on the last part of my presentation. I give an example of the 4 universities. For example, University of California, 100% clean electricity by 2025. Sustainable transportation. They have the EV charging stations everywhere, and they are set to achieve carbon neutrality and decarbonization goals by 2045. They are ranked number 1 globally in the US Sustainability World Ranking. Next. Here in the Stanford University, they are famous for hosting conferences, workshops, and promoting awareness. Similarly, they are already 100% electricity from solar farms, and their transport system is already switched to EV. And then they have to for the bikes, they have a charging station down here. Next. Here is the Pakistan University NAS, and they have 2 megawatt solar system. They have this very important solar power grid balance station, and then Salford PCC initiative. And we have now state-of-the-art 1.8 megawatt solar system with capacity to be enhanced to 2.5 megawatt by 2027. So then we provide, this is I think one of the private sector university in Pakistan. We provide free transport covering 70 to 90 square kilometer area within the Salford region. So we provide subsidized health care services to the university community to teaching hospitals on our right side. We have a campus, we have a private engineering campus. You can see it designed with modern sustainability concerns in mind, featuring well-ventilated and airy buildings with exposed brick exteriors that promote natural temperature regulation. So I must tell you that the temperature of because of our green initiatives and because of our special architecture is almost 2 degrees less as compared to the Salford region. The campus includes lush green parks, gardens, beauty buildings, enhancing biodiversity and mitigating urban heat island effect with more than 60% plantation cover with our species. Next week. So we are maintaining, our university is maintaining this 28 kilometers Salford road. It's general the road is maintained by the Granation University Salford, right? From the community development. Then we have a strategic plan. We want to reduce the carbon, reduce emission by 50%. And we were in fact our price in the nature and do I GreenMetric 24 red fingers. Next. So now we gave two verses from Holy Quran. Okay, and I expected them myself from the translation yesterday. So Quran's in fact points human as stewards of the earth, entrusting them with its care and preservation. Allah says, it is He who has made you successors upon the earth. And Allah says in 260 that, and do not make abuse on the earth, spreading corruption. Islam emphasizes maintaining ecological balance and avoiding excess. The Quran says, He can bring but waste not by excess. For Allah loves not the wisdom. Please look at the sustainability principles which are described in the Quran, right? And I think if you think now after this presentation, the SDGs of United Nations are actually based upon this word. And last slide, please. We have a hadith here, very important hadith. Please go to the previous slide. Yes, Prophet Muhammad emphasized water conservation, saying, do not waste water. Even if you perform your mission on the banks of the abundantly flowing water. Now, even then you have the no right to waste the water. Next is, this is the tower, beautiful tower of the Grand University. Thank you so much. And I hope
Sir, thank you so much for your very insightful and informative presentation. I have a very important announcement today, please. कुछ देर के बाद हम यहाँ से डिस्पर्स होंगे और मेहमान ग्रामीण अपने अपने होटल्स में चले जाएंगे। 7:30 बजे उनको ट्रांसपोर्ट जहाँ लेके कैंपस में वापस आ जाएगी। 8 बजे कल्चरल नाइट जहाँ पे कि डॉक्टर मासूमा जो है उन तशरीफ ला रही हैं
और वो फॉर्म कॉन्फ्रेंस प्लान जो है वो पेश करेंगी और साथ में एक ग्रैंड डिनर जो है वो ग्रेजुएशन यूनिवर्सिटी सियालकोट की तरफ से अरेंज किया गया है आप सब मेहमानों के लिए। थोड़ी सी रिक्वेस्ट ये है कि प्लीज बी इन टाइम व्हेन यू गेट बैक टू द कैंपस फॉर Sufi night and for dinner. Thank you so much. And in the end, we'll have a photograph session with Dr. Vishnu and all the focal persons, and their seating arrangement will be shared with you by our respective registrar. बता दीजिए सर आगे। अभी the last segment is the photograph with the GreenMetric chairperson, Dr. Vishnu. Please.
Thank you. As we are going to close the day for day 1 of UI GreenMetric workshop, we would like to have our photo with our international guests and the participants of this workshop. I may request to come forward the international guests.
मैंने रिकॉर्ड में जी
covered